Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of What If Naruto Was a Uchiha. And as you see, I am really starting to grind this What If series on this channel. So for the next part, I want 4 likes. So let's just get straight into it again. So we start this story off right as Sasuke appears to fight Gaara. So as he appears, you can see something's off. He seems like stronger, like a lot stronger than he was before. Because he actually trained with Naruto a bit, so he actually got stronger than he was in canon. So let's get into it more. As the fight begins, everything goes normal, except for when he tries to hit a Chidori. He actually pierces through the sand and actually hurts Gaara more, which causes him to freak out like a ton. So as we see Gaara freaking out, he actually begins to attack. He attacks Sasuke, and he actually gets injured from this. So Naruto tries to step in, but gets put into a Genjutsu, which he quickly actually gets out of, since he was activating his Sharingan right at that time, but a lot of other people were. And as Sasuke escapes after Gaara, because Gaara already ran away, Naruto actually tries to follow but gets held back by Sakura since she thinks that Sasuke can take him, but Naruto doesn't believe that. So the fight with Gaara in that form actually goes the same, since Gaara was just strong at the time. But then Naruto appears a bit earlier than before, so Sasuke actually still sees him coming and actually sees the start of the fight, but then he passes out. So as they begin to fight, Gaara notices that this kid is strong as hell, and as Naruto packs out that juicy Sengan right into Gaara's stomach, Gaara, all of his air just leaves his body, and he lets Chukaku take over. Naruto, instantly recognizing what he has to do here, he summons Gamabunta, and he tries to fight Gaara with him, since Gamabunta is actually Sannin level. So yeah. Anyways, so as the fight begins with the two big ass animals, Gamabunta tries to hold on to Shukaku, but because of his toad hands, he really can't do anything, so he tells Naruto that he needs to transform. Naruto, immediately getting the idea, he does the two-way transformation thing, and Gamabunta transforms it to the nine-tailed fox. As Gamabunta runs towards Shukaku, he actually is able to hold him this time because of the claws and stuff. So Naruto, not even having to do the headbutt, he just jumps in for the punch, and it lands. And I am surprised how Gaara didn't get a concussion from the OG thing, but damn, if he doesn't get a concussion from this, bro, that head must be made of iron. Anyways, as Gaara lays there just absolutely stunned, and also feeling the pain of that punch, Naruto still crawls over to him and Takunojutus him, this time working even greater since Naruto actually had a feeling of being loved and stuff. So now Gaara actually transforms the same way and all that. But now we get into the fight with Orochimaru. He's the third Hokage still dies. This is a massive shock to the village. And Jiraiya tells Naruto after the funeral and a bit of grieving that they need to get the fifth Hokage. And Naruto, being very smart, but still being a bit knuckleheaded, he instantly says, "Oh, I'm already here though." But then Jiraiya replies with that they actually need to get Tsunade. So as they set up on their journey, Naruto being a bit sour since he isn't the fifth Hokage, They actually arrive there sooner because Naruto is stronger, so Jiraiya actually can go faster. So Jiraiya still simps on some girls and leaves Naruto in the room. He still hears the knock, and I just need to say this. If you think you're polite, you have to realize Itachi knocked on Naruto's door while trying to kidnap him. Like, that's max level politeness. Just gotta make that clear. Anyways, he still hears the knock, and when he looks through the door hole, he sees Itachi and Kisame. He gets absolutely frustrated that Itachi dares to show his face in front of him, so he makes a shadow clone that sits there, and he escapes out of the window. So as he opens the door, like, he gets stabbed by somehow. Oh well, not really. He opens the door and Itachi just looks at him, and Kisame does too. And Naruto actually, and the shadow clone, being a bit cocky since he's a shadow clone and can't die, he just starts to fight them and is actually doing, like, not incredibly bad, but also not good since Itachi and Kisame. Itachi is strong and Kisame is not to be, like, disrespected. Because if you disrespect him, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed. Anyways, now as we see Naruto climbing out of the window, he actually sees Sasuke running towards there. And he jumps down to him, and Sasuke, getting shocked, obviously, since he just kind of got jump scared by Naruto. But then he realizes what Naruto wants to do. So they get into the room, into the hotel, and in the hallway they both see Itachi. Both of them activate their Sharingan and actually both do a Chidori and run at him. But since it's Itachi, he grabs both of them by the necks and does the same shtick he does to Sasuke and escapes. Well, Jiraiya still does the toad mouth thing, but yeah. Anyways, Naruto actually doesn't get hospitalized since he took some of the Kyuubi's chakra to heal, but Sasuke is still. And the meeting with Tsunade actually goes a lot different, since everything is the same up to the fight. So she bets him that if he can land at least a single hit on her, she will go back to the village with him. And if he loses the bet, he has to hand over all his money, which is not that little. And Naruto getting fired up with this, he actually makes a few shadow clones that all jump towards Tsunade and try to land a hit on her. But they don't work, but that was also Naruto's plan. He actually made a Rasengan, but this time he can actually make it with one hand, since it's first a lot cooler and more practical, and second, because I want it to be. Anyways, he makes the Rasengan and jumps towards Tsunade, and she gets impressed. She actually gets hit by the Rasengan, which surprises her a lot. So as she gets hit by the Rasengan, she actually flicks Naruto again, and he also gets yeeted away. But Tsunade, seeing the potential of Konoha people, she actually gets back to the village and becomes the 5th Hokage. So now we get into the Sasuke retrieval mark in quotation marks, because Sasuke is realizing that he's actually not the strongest, and the sound for actually appearing to kidnap him, he actually goes with them, but this time Naruto also comes with them. Since he's learned like everything he can from Jiraiya, and his curse mark is actually pretty good, both of them take the pills and get into a coffin. Sakura's still seeing what happened before she runs to Tsunade and tells her what just happened. So, yeah. Just so you know, I'm going to end this off on a cliffhanger, so I'm sorry, but not yet. So as the sound for actually walk off, they make a team. They make a team to retrieve Naruto and Sasuke. This time actually having a Jonin, Kakashi. But, not Kakashi, I mean. I'm just gonna say some random Jonin that's pretty fodder. But anyways. So they run after them, and the Jonin actually takes on one of the Sound 4, allowing the other Genin to escape, since he's actually a pretty good guy, the Jonin. So yeah. But as we get to the other fights, I told you I'm going to end it off on a cliffhanger, so if you want another part, you gotta get those 4 likes. And this was Lion Mane, and I am out. See ya!